Short break from the scorching heat. Give you a look here at the current temperatures tonight in the 80s, but we've been telling you all evening the key word here is a break because things start warming up again and quickly. And we're not the only ones dealing with this extreme heat. Hey, Rachel, we know you've been watching all this very closely. I'm just curious, who else is feeling the heat with all of this? And so when does this next heat wave then also begin to ramp up?
Yeah, exactly. So if you look out towards the west, right along the Mississippi River, not only are there heat advisories that really extend from the Gulf coastline and move all the way up towards Wisconsin, even including Chicago, you have an extreme heat warning also in place that lines the Mississippi River out towards areas like Memphis. You've got Jonesboro, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi included in this as well. And this is where those feels like temperatures could exceed 110 degrees and go up to about 115 degrees. For that surrounding area where the heat advisory is in place, it's 105 degrees to 110 degrees. Not only is it hot there, it is so humid. And speaking of Axios, they had reached out with a question earlier. We're going to have to deal with corn sweat here in the Carolinas. And short answer, no, but not the case out towards Iowa and surrounding states that produce so much corn, because the corn actually kind of sweats like we do through a process called evapotranspiration. It's almost like those leaves have water on them and then it evaporates into the air. And then you add more moisture to the air. And where you have so much of that corn, it can actually hyperlocally increase the dew point and make it feel even more humid out there. So I thought that was an interesting question. It's a true thing. It happens especially out that way. I mean, one of the dew points out there, two spots actually, 79 degrees, 80-degree dew points. It is so humid out that way.
I mean, that's not that probably in the low country right now, right along the coast. Yeah. That's incredible when you start to think about it. All right, so again, when does this start ramping up and what exactly are we talking about here in the days ahead?
Yeah, exactly. So I want to talk about two things. We've got our temperatures, our forecast high temperatures, which are impressive in their own right, and then the feels like temperature. I kind of hinted at it earlier, showed you that 7-day forecast, but I really want to break it down for you day by day. That bottom number, that's our forecast high temperature. Tomorrow, 93. Forecast high temperature, just a couple of degrees above average, but already we're starting to see that difference between your actual temperature and your feels like temperature. Today wasn't that case. It was actually what it felt like outside was that actual temperature outside. Then we get to Friday, 97's feeling just shy of that heat advisory criteria, and then here we go. Starting this weekend all the way through next week, high temperatures around, if not just above 100, feels like temperatures in between 105 and 110 degrees. So far that puts us in that heat advisory criteria. We'll let you know if that extreme heat warning ends up getting issued. That's once we get a little bit closer to 110, if not above that degrees. So this is that time of year where heat-related illnesses is something to keep in mind. We've got the weekend, people who work outside next week. This is going to be a dangerous heat wave. This will be something we have to pay attention to for sure.
Something we're going to be talking about here for the next 7 days at least. Rachel, appreciate the insight as always. We need a couple of minutes here with the full forecast.